Frank Momoh is the president and chief executive of Frot Group of companies.
Frot Group is an umbrella. It's a group of companies that came about 2 years ago when we decided that our ships must all sail in the same direction. The subsidiaries of Frot Group have been existing for about 10 years. Two of them, Bidders Stores and Building Associates. Because we have the same objective and goals, which is sustainability, we decided that, let's have everything under one umbrella. All right, that umbrella is Frot Group, which will be the decision-making body in terms of investments, in terms of resource allocation. So that was how Frot Group came about, so that we can actually have a dashboard of how we can see our businesses, run them, operate them, all right, and grow them. We have about 5 subsidiaries, and we have about 3 very functional subsidiaries of the 5. The first one is Building Associate, which is in the construction industry, or rather the real estate industry, providing real estate service solutions, and also providing development as well, both commercial and retail outlets. While Bidders Stores, BHS, is the trading arm of our businesses into bathroom, tile, and building materials solutions. It actually started as a supply chain for Building Associates because we were investing so much money on procuring these materials. And we said to ourselves, why can't we have it in-house? Have a company that can provide these things to us and also provide to the other customers. That was how Bidders Stores was born. And I think it was the best decision we have taken in the last decade. Then we have the Frot Telecom, which is a new one in the group. After we sold the telecoms company, we actually started and built and exited. We said, we must continue in this line because we succeeded. It means we have a track record of how to run telecoms business. So we have Frot Telecoms. Now we are delving into energy so that we can see if we can bring solutions to our electricity problem. Vision is what you can see. It's what you can paint for the future. Your mission is the reason why you wake up every morning and go out there to win your battles, right? My mission is to always take the right steps in the right direction, giant steps in the right direction, always in decision making, be critical in decision making, be objective in decision making, be creative in decision making. That's my mission. Our vision is to be a sustainable company, attractive to the best talents, and be an asset to the society we do business. That's my vision. My core values. I have a tripod of values, and this tripod of values are credibility, which of course is still integrity, accountability, and tenacity. Tenacity, I don't have, it counts in my dictionary, that's tenacity. I'll keep doing it until I get my results. Our first breakthrough came when we were giving 550 bathrooms to Tile, former Doba Hotel. When Novotel bought it over, or rather it became Novotel, we were giving 550 bathrooms. Barely 6 months after we started business, that was our first breakthrough, and that actually opened the floodgates of our success story because it was a good referral point, and we proved the reason we're in business: quality, speed, and sincerity. We've done numerous projects for private people and companies. We are strategic partners to UPDC, we supply them, and to Red Grey, it's an Italian company. The current Asaba Hilton Hotel, why inverted comma, is because I'm not even supposed to use the word Hilton, but it's for emphasis purpose. We are the project managers and the suppliers and finishers of the bathroom and tile solutions in that hotel. Retail outlets or commercial retail spaces we have done, most of them in Lagos though. I don't want to be too critical because everybody saw it coming, and like they always say, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is when a few good men do nothing. We saw it coming, we knew it was going to happen, but the regulators did nothing about it. It's simple, all right? If somebody tells you that a bottle of Coke is 30 naira retail, you have to question the quality of the Coke. because you know that even maybe the cost of production is even more than 30 naira. You know, when your pricing architecture defies all logic, then it becomes questionable. When it costs, for example, a flat, when the cost of building a flat is, say, 20 million and you're selling the flat for 12 million, it means quality has been compromised. And it's very appalling, very disappointing and embarrassing to this industry, because we have regulators, we have engineers, we have everything that we need to make sure that we continue to pursue standard and continue to sustain standard. So for me, it's embarrassing. It's not supposed to happen because it is not good for consumer confidence. That's my take in it, and it's too rampant. I won't narrow it down to the economic issues we're having in this country, in Nigeria alone. I will ascribe it to the global recession generally, and when there's recession, real estate is the worst hit because people are not investing in capital-intensive projects anymore. People are being careful in spending on, in investments or projects that will tie down their capital. So people go for quick return on investments. And right now, the real estate is on a very slow motion in Nigeria, but we hope it's going to pick up in a few years' time. But the smart ones are actually building now, because I don't see us going through this stage for more than 3 years. So if you start a project that takes about 3 years, it means by the time you are finishing your project, that's when the boom will start, then you have products to sell. I think the problem I have is not whether we are being taxed or we are paying tariffs. I think the issue for me is the fact that we don't have regulators doing their jobs properly. If taxes are well defined, I don't see any reason why we should not pay taxes, because it's part of our responsibility. Without taxes, the government cannot provide those amenities we're actually yearning for. But where taxes are not being defined, you don't understand the agencies. Different agencies coming up with different nomenclature of the taxes. Sometimes they'll call it one name, somebody else comes for the same tax, calls the different name. That's where I have an issue. And I think it's an issue that needs to be addressed. It's very clear when the country is dependent on one source of income and there is issue in that source of income, you don't expect a jamboree or you don't expect a party time. Our country is 80% oil dependent. If the revenue goes down, it means we don't have enough money to spend, all right? And that means no enough money to be pumped into the economy. It means things will slow down. But then again, I think it's a blessing in disguise because it's a wake-up call for real diversification of the economy. I don't joke with my art collections because I'm a connoisseur, I'm an art collector. The deepness of thought that goes into every piece is what thrills me. Trying to go into the artist's head to understand what he was thinking by, when he was making that stroke. Art inspires me to always move on and battle on in life. Because for me, we are the architects of our own destiny. It helps me to understand what it means to be visionary. Because for every piece of artwork, the artist had the image, which is the vision. Every stroke was done towards achieving that image, which is the final product you see. So every artwork or art inspires me to be more visionary and to understand that every step I take, which relates to the strokes of whether it's paint or whatever it is, or carving, every step of the way is important in the final result of my journey.